bowl's a little wonky. So this is a pasta bowl. I'm just trying to trim down a little bit. I'll kind of show you what it looks like. I have a couple more to trim. So I let it dry out a little too much, but that's okay. This one's a little better. So I'm trying to round out that edge right here. So let's see. So before I can trim, I have to make sure it's centered. That's actually pretty good. Usually takes me a lot longer to center these things. If anyone's outside the Phoenix area, I'll have these probably in my December market. It'll be the second Saturday in December. All right. Yeah, this one's better. Yeah, it's clay. It is stoneware clay. So I threw these yesterday on the wheel. Just kind of like the rough shape. And then now they're what we call leather hard. They've air dried. So now I can trim it and kind of refine the shape more. So I like it to have a straight wall and then just kind of a sudden curve at the bottom. And then just like the shallow foot. Yeah, almost. And then right here, I just feel to see if it's flat or if there's any big lumps that I need to take off, because I don't want to take too much off the foot. And if I put too much pressure down right here, I'm just gonna crack right through it, because it's not totally hard. Okay, let's see how it looks. So yeah, this is a pasta bowl. So what I'm going to do is trim this top side too. So I have to center it again. Actually isn't too bad. I have to put these clay pieces on to keep it in place while I trim it. All right. This is the part where I pray it doesn't pop up. Because sometimes the force will make it lift and then it just goes flying. All right. But yeah, so now it's got these little bits in here. So before I put this in the kiln, I'll just wipe all those out. But that is a pasta bowl. And I have a ton of other stuff too, but I don't know if any of it's ready to trim. Yeah, it's all a little too wet. All right, we'll try this one again. I've got to do the lip of this one. And I think that's all I can trim tonight. I don't have a ton. Does anybody else on here do pottery? I'm always curious to meet other people who do pottery. Oof. Yeah, this one's a little wonky. I don't know if you can see the unevenness in the bottom of this. I'll have to give it some work. Let me see how it kind of is a little warped. Oof. This one's gonna take a little work. And then I have to put these things on it just to keep it from flying all over the place. So this is just like fresh clay. All right. Might end up sawing through the bottom of this, but we'll see. So this is a rasp. I use this when there's major like defects that I'm gonna try and cut out. It's essentially just a cheese grater for clay. Can do some quick work though. And that's what'll happen if you're too hard with it. Luckily she's a little dry, so I don't think it took any damage, but oof, could have been bad. So now I gotta try and recenter it. This one's not. All right. Little chaotic there. All right, let's try that again. Sometimes things end up wonky like this if the clay isn't totally centered when you throw it. You'll get like one side that's a little warped. And sometimes you can fix it, sometimes you can't. I don't know if I can totally salvage this one. Let's see. Actually, I might be able to save it. I think I might have saved it. Let's try this guy. It's a terrible sound. It's a little bumpy, but it's not terrible. Better than it was. I guess this is my best one. Sorry. It's because the clay is pretty dry, so then it starts making that screeching sound. All right, let's see how it looks. So it's a lot better at the bottom. It sits flat. All right. I guess I don't have to get rid of it. Whoa, maybe I do. That's why you gotta be careful with these wheels. All right. Now this thing's all funky, so I'm gonna have to clean it up. Actually, I think that's centered. All right, so we'll do this side and then call it a wrap on this one. This is why people say pottery's not that relaxing. It's a little stressful when you've spent 30 minutes throwing it. You waited 2 days for it to dry and then it flies off your wheel head because you don't attach it right. It's all part of the fun, right? Okay, I think the rim looks pretty good. I don't know if you guys can tell a difference. It was like very squared and it had some marks from the wheel head. Yeah. Those are all the little bits that we shaved off. So I just gotta let it dry for another day, a day or two. Then I'm gonna come back, wipe down all this crud, smooth all the surfaces, and then it can go into the kiln for the bisque fire. And then after that, we glaze it. But yeah, so it's a pasta bowl. But otherwise, I think I'm done for the night. Everything else is too wet to trim. So I'll probably come back tomorrow and do some more. But otherwise, I hope you guys had a good Sunday and have a good night.